Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Supernatural Sunday. Now, sorry I hadn't made a video first part of the week like I wanted to. Work and other stuff kind of came up and took precedence over getting the video made. But there will be another video this coming week before next week's edition of Supernatural Sunday. I promise you that. I've got a plan in the works, and hopefully it works out to where we can actually get the video made and it will be set and good to go. Once again, first cup of coffee, always the best. Now, this week we're going to talk about episode 5 of season 3 called Bedtime Stories. Now, in this episode, a young girl is trapped in a coma by her wicked stepmother. And it sets off a series of murders that are based off of the fairy tales that her father is reading to her while she's in this coma. And that brings Sam and Dean in to investigate. Now, this episode stars Christopher Cousins as the doctor, the father, and he's also played in episodes of Breaking Bad, and he did The Grudge Part 2, and he also played in a little film called Wicker Park. Now, I've never seen Wicker Park, but I have seen Grudge 2, and it was okay. And, I never did get into Breaking Bad. I know, shoot me later, but, just wasn't my bag. Okay? So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into some scenes from this episode. So, here we go. Bedtime Stories, Season 3, Episode 5. Enjoy.
I don't understand, Dean. Why not?
Because I said so.
We got the cult now.
Sam.
We can summon the Crossroads demon.
We're not
pull the
summoning
gun on her
anything.
and force her to
We
let
don't
you out
even
of
know
the
if
deal.
that'll work.
Well, then we'll just shoot her. If she dies, the deal goes away.
We don't know if that'll work either, Sam. All you're pitching me right now is a bunch of ifs and maybes, and that's not good enough, because if we screw with this deal, you die.
And if we don't screw with it, you die.
Sam, enough. I'm not gonna have this conversation.
Why? Because you said so?
Yes, because I said so.
Well, you're not Dad.
No, but I am the oldest. And I'm doing what's best. You're gonna let this go. You understand me? Oh, wait, I thought all those things ended with everybody living happily ever after.
No, not the originals. See, the Grimm Brothers stuff was kind of like the folklore of its day, full of sex, violence, cannibalism. Now, it got sanitized over the years, turned into Disney flicks and bedtime stories.
So you think the murders are, a reenactment? It's a little crazy.
Crazy as what? Every day of our lives? Paramedics picked up Cinderella.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, little girl, shiny red apple. I'm guessing that means something to you, fairy tale boy?
I think it's Snow White.
Snow White. Oh, I saw that movie. Oh, the porn version anyways. There was this wicked stepmother. Whew, she was wicked.
There is a wicked stepmother.
Well, little Sammy Winchester, I'm touched. I mean, your brother's been to see me twice, but you, I never had the pleasure. There's no way out of this one. Not this time.
All right, now this episode gave us a neat little spin to some of our favorite fairy tales from back in the day. The little girl that was in the show was kind of creepy. The way she was always dressed in a white dress, the black hair, that kind of thing was real creepy. This episode gave us a unique mixture, I thought, of comedy and horror and drama, all rolled into one episode. And you kind of get used to that with this show because it does happen a lot. It also plays into the overall plot of the entire season, with Sam and Dean arguing over getting Dean out of his deal. And then, of course, at the end of the episode, Sam kills the Crossroads demon. Now you have to worry about not only what kind of repercussions are going to come from the demon side of it, where the deal was made, and whoever the demon is that holds the contract, you got to worry about that. Also, you have to worry about what's going to happen when Dean finds out that Sam did kill the Crossroads demon. That's going to be a whole nother argument to get into on by itself when he finds this out. So, it plays into the season story plot very, very well. Christopher Cousins does an amazing job as the father. The little girl, I never could figure out find out what her name was, but she did an excellent job in the show as well. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they changed up the Crossroads demon. It wasn't the same one that made the deal with Dean in the last episode where they did the Crossroads. So that kind of, little fact there, because they seem like they change it quite often. Each time they show it, it's a different demon. So maybe they're just little pawns, and they get the contract for whoever holds Dean's contract holds all the contracts that's made, all the deals that are made at the Crossroads. So that's an interesting thing right there. Dean actually telling Sam, when Sam says that he believes it's fairy tales, and Dean's like, hey, dude, could you be more gay? Just the stuff in this show, the way the comedy is built, the connection that is developed or has been developing between Dean's character and Sam's character, Jared and Jensen. They play it so well. They play it like they're actually freaking brothers, and that's what makes this show so unique and kind of believable in that aspect, because you actually look at them and you think they are brothers, because they just act like brothers, and that's so cool. So that was a great episode, and there's many, many more to come that we're going to talk about. So let's keep going. Keep the ball rolling, as they say, and move on to the next episode. Now, this episode was also a very funny episode in a way, but it also gave us some insight. Okay, so this episode was season 3, episode 6, Red Sky at Morning. Now, in this episode, we have a ghost pirate ship. And the people, the captain of the ship is killing people, but we don't know why, and we don't know how come it chooses only certain ones that see the ship to kill. So we figure that out later on. Plus, we also run into an old friend. Well, not really an old friend, but an old acquaintance, let's say, while investigating this to figure this mess out. This episode stars Ellen Geer as Miss Case. She is a good character for this movie, for this episode. She was pretty funny in this episode. She's also done movies called The Postman, which I hadn't seen that, and she played in Phenomenon with John Travolta. Now, I have seen that, and she was excellent in that as well. And she also played in Clear and Present Danger. It also stars Peter Greer, who is the ghost captain of the ship. And he's played in Stargate Atlantis and Continuum and a little show called Almost Human. Now, I've seen bits and pieces of Stargate Atlantis, but it wasn't the episode that he was in, and I haven't seen the other two shows, so I know nothing about those. But anyways, with that being said, let's get into some scenes from this episode, Red Sky at Morning. Enjoy.
For 37 years, a rash of weirdo dryland drownings.
So what happens? You see the ship, and then a few hours later, you pucker up and kiss your ass goodbye?
Basically.
In 1859, a sailor was accused of treason. He was tried aboard ship in a kangaroo court and hanged. He was 37.
Which would explain the 37-year cycle.
The sailor's body was cremated, but not before they cut off his hand to make a hand of glory.
And officially counts as remains.
Find the hand, burn it, and stop the bloody thing.
I don't get it. Why are you telling us all this?
Because I know exactly where the hand is. The hand?
No.
What?
I'm gonna kill her. You do realize you just sold the only thing that could save your life.
Non inclinabitur in seculum seculi, abisus secret vestimentum amictus.
You hanged me. I'm sorry.
It's 10,000. That should cover it. I don't like being in anyone's debt.
You know what, Dean? Go screw yourself.
What?
I don't want an apology from you. And by the way, I'm a big boy now. I can take care of myself.
Oh, well, excuse me.
So would you please quit worrying about me? I mean, that's the whole problem in the first place. I don't want you to worry about me, Dean. I want you to worry about you. I want you to give a crap that you're dying. So that's it? Nothing else to say from you?
I think maybe I'll play craps.
Okay, so in this episode we find out that people who have spilled their own family's blood are the ones that the boat chooses, or the captain chooses to kill in this episode. So then we find out that Bella is also there, and she has been hired by Miss Case to figure things out with seances and that kind of thing. So usually she's just doing her little con act. And Sam and Dean kind of throw that monkey in the wrench with that when they tell her that, you know, they believe the ghost ship is real and that it's something different. So then Bella sees the ship and then has to go get Sam and Dean for help to help them stop the spirit before it kills her. And then we find out that Bella had a not so happy childhood with her family, which led to the spilling of her own family's blood. Now, what exactly transpired, it's kind of hinted at in the episode, but we never really find out for sure. But we do know that she had something to do with the family blood being spilled, and that's why the spirit was after her. This episode also leads into more fighting between Sam and Dean over this deal. Dean not wanting Sam to get involved, you know, and interfere in what's going to transpire. But not only is Dean doing this to keep Sam alive. I get that. But Sam is also trying to save Dean, to keep Dean alive. They each want to be alive. But they each want each other to be alive, to stay alive. And you can't always have it both ways. No matter how bad we want it, we can't always have it both ways. But that also plays into the plot of the season so far, so this was a good episode for doing that. This episode was full of little comedic spots, especially between Bella and Dean. Bella had the Impala towed, and Dean went off into a spiel and had a panic attack because he didn't know what happened to the Impala, to Baby. Then the little banter between Dean and Bella when they were getting ready to go to the party, and Bella offered to have angry sex with Dean when all this was over. But of course that was before she saw the ship, and all that transpired with that. This is not the last we see of Bella. I guarantee you that. But it's nice to have somebody other than Gordon that keeps popping in every once in a while to make special appearances in episodes. It kind of helps out the story for that season in certain ways. It keeps it, you know, and finding out about a little bit about Bella's background, a little bit about her history was pretty neat. But still doesn't explain why she does what she does. I mean, I'm pretty sure she just does it for the money, but, you know, and she tells you that's why, but I think there's more to it than that. So, you know, maybe we'll find out later on in later episodes as we go through them. But like I said, this show is so great. I love this show. I've said it since the first episode that I love this show. It's a lot of fun to go through and make these videos and get to discuss it with other people that like the show. Thank you all so much for watching these videos. I'm enjoying the comments. Even if I don't respond to the comments, I do read them. I promise you that. Sometimes I will respond. I'll get a chance to actually sit down and type out a very excellent, well thought out sentence to comment on the video, which is few and far between because my brain power is just like anymore. But that's neither here nor there. But I am enjoying making these videos, and I'm glad that some of you are enjoying watching them. Thank you to the new subscribers that have joined the channel. Thank you to the ones that have been here since the get-go. We appreciate each and every one of you. And hopefully we can build this channel and keep building this channel. Because, like I said, I enjoy it so much. I enjoy putting out the content. Even though it does get a little bit hectic schedule-wise, I enjoy it so much. So, next week, we will jump into 2 more episodes of Supernatural. And I hope you all jump in and enjoy it and join us for that episode. Also, remember, I've got another video coming up within the coming week where we do another movie video, discuss a unique movie, or not a unique movie, but a antique movie, we'll say, a classic movie. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure what day I will actually get it put out this coming week, but hopefully it'll be at this first part of the week. So then after I get it made and get it put out, then I can start getting ready for next Sunday's Supernatural Sunday. So until then, have a great week, people. See you next time. Thank you for commenting on the videos, for enjoying the videos. Thank you so much. Appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll see you next time.